Appreciate that. Gino, welcome. Thanks for doing this. Uh, Curious what you've been doing during this virtual off season, and how do you project your role with the Ravens? Do you think you can get into that backfield rotation immediately, or do you see special teams off the bat?
As of right now, I just try to practice social distancing as much as I can. Trying to stay away from many people I can, just be around my immediate family. So I've just been working out at my gym back at home. I found a couple places where I could work out and be by myself, not so many people around me. So I've been doing all that, and as my role this year, I just hope I can make an impact wherever I can for the team, to win, no matter where it is, special teams in the defensive backfield. My mindset, I want to be in the defensive backfield, but at the same time, I know where I got to start out. Definitely special teams. That's where I started out in college, and I made a name for myself. So, I definitely plan on going in, playing special teams, all four phases, whatever they need me at. So that's probably where I'm definitely going to get ready to go first.
Gino,
Thanks a
Kirk
lot,
McEwen,
man.
98 Rock. Hey, listen, I have a question for you. Everybody said you were a steal in the seventh round. How was it sitting there for so long? And is there a little chip on your shoulder to show all the other 31 teams that kept passing you up?
Yeah, sitting there that long, kind of stressful. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even watch the sixth round at all. I was just really just sitting in my room waiting for my phone call if I ever got one. So that whole sixth round, I didn't just watch it at all. Then I was ended up watching the seventh round. But it definitely puts a chip on my shoulder. Uh, I always had one my whole life. I always been overlooked, been the underdog, so whatever that is. I know what I have to do to be on the field whenever it is, and I just need the opportunity. Getting selected in the NFL draft's a dream come true. But all I need was an opportunity to get my foot in the door, and I'm gonna show why I should stick and last in the NFL.
Hey,
Congratulations, Gino.
thanks. Hey, Gino, Todd Karpovich from Sports Illustrated. How exciting is it to come in and learn from a guy like Earl Thomas back there? And
It's crazy. I was sitting with my mentor, Will Allen. I'm pretty sure everyone knows him. But I was sitting with him and I was talking. I was like, I hope I get drafted somewhere where like a great mentor. I was like a Will Allen, Tyrann Matthew, someone like that, and Earl Thomas, something like that. And uh, it was just crazy because once I got the a phone call from the Ravens, just to learn from a guy like that that's been playing for so many years, playing at a high level, won a Super Bowl, everything like that. It just checks all the boxes that that's someone you want to learn for, someone you want to you want to follow in their footsteps.
And Geno, another guy for the Ravens. I'm sorry, Pete Gilbert with WBAL here. Um, Another guy in the Ravens who was a late round draft pick and is now a starting safety and in fact just got a contract extension. And Chuck Clark, is that someone you look to and say, all right, he's been where I am and I want to get to where he is? Have you already called him or talked to him, or do you look at him as kind of like that's the path?
Yeah, that's someone I want to look up to. No, I haven't been in like contact with any DBs yet, really. But that's someone I definitely want to look up to, someone I want to learn from. That's just an example that no matter where you are drafted or wherever it is, just uh, going to work is really going to show where if you play or not. So that's someone I'm gonna look up to, someone to try to learn from. But at the same time, it's a business I'm gonna have to do by myself. It's my job now.
It's Cliff Brown from BaltimoreRavens.com. Two questions. One, obviously people are selling you short in some way. You have the numbers. So what do you think your critics see? What are the knocks on you that you think that you're going to prove them wrong about? And number two, you said that you've had an instinct for the ball. Where do you think that instinct for being a playmaker comes from?
Yeah, people are gonna look at the measurables. Like that's what everyone looks at. They say 5'10", 3/4, whatever it is, my arm length, whatever. But if you see me in person, I definitely don't look 5'10". That's how I feel. But at the same time, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and you can't measure heart. So every time I'm on the field, that's where all my instinctive things come out, like you said. Um, I feel like that's the biggest part of my game, how instinctive I am for the game of football, my football IQ, everything like that. And I go 100% every time I'm on the field. So you can't really define what a person is when they're going 100% on the field. And it's hard to take me off the field once you see me doing the things I'm gonna do out there. I feel like I get all my instinctive things from playing baseball growing up. I was a play center fielder, so just me being back there trying to read the ball off the bat. everything like that. That's where I kind of get all my instinctive abilities from.
Hey, Geno, this is Aaron Cousins at Penn Live. You mentioned the term chip on your shoulder about getting drafted later. Does that extend back to your high school experience? I know some of those in-state schools were interested but never offered, just from reading up.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely something I think about all the time. So a bunch of adversity I get through. I've been hit with a lot of adversity throughout my whole life, and I overcame it a lot. So, it's just something that is put on my plate that I'm gonna have to get over again. And I'm ready for them. I'm ready for the whole opportunity for me to play with the Ravens organization. I'm thankful for that, but at the same time, I got to go out there and prove why I should be playing.
Hey, Geno, Mark Viviano, WJZ Baltimore. Congrats to you. You've said multiple times here in this conversation about wanting to be on the field, prove yourself. When that opportunity is now being delayed, how difficult is that for you since you can't be out on the field proving yourself?
Yeah, it's hard, but at the same time, this is where the best part of my game I feel like comes in effect that I could take advantage over people is learning the mental part of the game. This is really where you really got to study the playbook, especially me being a rookie coming in. I got to learn a whole new playbook. This is where I should separate myself from the others. Coming in trying to learn the playbook, get a head start and everything like that. So, I just got to take full advantage of this opportunity I got right now, learning and communicating with coaches and everything like that. So that's probably where I should take my game to the next level right now is the mental part.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Geno, Pete Gilbert here again. Earlier, we heard Ben Bredson talk about how frustrating it was to deal with JK Dobbins, and now glad that he'll be blocking for him. You went against him as well. What does it mean now to have him on your side? I assume that that's somewhat comforting.
Yeah, he's a great running back. The things he's done throughout his whole career is things that people in Ohio State history haven't done. So his stats and everything speaks for itself. And me, I played against him my freshman year. I didn't get that much playing time, but just watching him go out there and perform, at a freshman and doing that at a high level, it was crazy. So it's a great thing to have him on my team.
Hey, Geno, this is Jonas Shea from the Baltimore Sun. Looking back at your college recruitment, one of the things that stuck out was just your, hesitation at first to leave your mom there in Pennsylvania. How difficult in retrospect was that decision, even once you got the offer from Iowa?
Yeah, it was a hard thing. Just like I said earlier, I grew up in a single parent household. That's the only person I really had as my support system growing up. I mean, I had a bunch of more people, but that was who I was closest to. And once I got the okay for her to tell me to go chase my dreams, that was something that she wanted me to always do. I know it was hard for her to tell me to go, but just seeing her being that strong enough to let her son go 10 hours away from home, away from her to chase his dreams, it really helped me a lot and comes from I felt way more comfortable to be able to go there.
How did you think your relationship with her changed in those 4 years away at Iowa?
I feel like we had a closer, a stronger bond. She called me every day. We talked to literally every day. She called me when I didn't want to talk to her, when I was busy doing things, everything like that. But I love when my mom annoys me because I know she cares about me that much, and it just helps. It motivates me a lot more because I know what I want to do to get back to her.
On that same note, Geno, how tough was it to not get the offer from Penn, and how good did that pick six feel?
It was kind of tough, but at the same time, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Iowa came in at the right moment, and everything fell in my hands at that time, and I fell into a great system, something that fit my play. And then when I went back to Happy Valley, I got the pick six. I kept coming out the same tunnel where I always walked out for my visits, everything like that. It was just like a whole lot of reality. Reality hit me all at once, and it was crazy. A bunch of things rewind my mind, like going through all the past, walking out, seeing all different people, watching them, and it just hit me like I was where I was supposed to be at. God brought me to the right place. So it was crazy, but at the same time, it was humbling, and I'm blessed to be where I was.
It's Cliff Brown, Ravens.com again. Everybody in this draft class obviously had the draft affected by the coronavirus. as you're working out, staying in shape, how much do you think about, when are we going to get to camp? When's the season going to start? Is there going to be a season? How do you deal with all that?
I mean, I just feel like I'm training for the offseason no matter what. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like you said, you don't know when everything's gonna happen, but I just want to stay at the top of my game, make sure I stay in shape, stay in great condition and shape, everything like that. So, you just gotta take it like it's literally it's the only thing you got. I just try to go out every day, make sure I get my work. Don't take no shortcuts. That's where a time where people take a bunch of shortcuts and they could decline in most of the things they do. And if you don't make sure your body's in shape, that's where people get hurt and things like that. So, just making sure you take care of your body, eat, put good things in your body as you eat, everything like that's really gonna help you a lot right now.
Anything else? You can do one more with Geno if anybody has something.
Geno, it's Ryan Mink from BaltimoreRavens.com again. Just can you explain what the program is so far for you guys?
You said what, Rabbi? What'd you say?
What is the program like for you guys right now? Like, kind of what's the routine? What are coaches doing with you guys? Just how are you kind of getting up to speed?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really started mini camp or anything like that. But I had a couple meetings with my position coach and special team coordinator so far. So that's a couple of things I had so far. Just meetings, get a face to face, get a feel of the playbook. That's really the only thing I've done so far. I can't speak on the other things yet because I really don't know. So I'll find out more probably later in the week.